Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back, and it is review time for our Danby refrigerator freezer combo. All right, so we got this thing from MDG Computers for about 650 bucks. Asked before all the interest hit and put me over $1,000. But hey, you know, it's a couple of years and a little bit of interest, and we can get something now. Anyway, payments at least are pretty cheap, so that's not too bad. Now, we've had this for a couple months now. I got this because, well, I got into hunting, and of course I was going for a deer, which I never did get this year. Really sucks, yeah, hey. You know, tons of people all over Canada and the U.S. never got their bucks this year either, but anybody with a doe tag probably did very well, because does are easy to get, and bucks, good luck. Anyways, hopefully next year I can get a doe tag. Now, with that, we've been using this thing, which is kind of works great as an overflow and also helps us to, you know, get more space into our fridge freezer for other things. So we can keep a lot of stuff in here, and either way it's a win-win, and I do have at least one grouse in here. So I did get one grouse this year. Anyways, but I've had it for a bit. This has refrigerator mode, minimum and maximum temp. Now there is no freezer in this if you're using it as a refrigerator, okay? But as a freezer, the whole bloody thing is a big freezer. 3 big drawers here, store all your meats and whatnot, etc. There's our grouse. We still got to eat him yet, or her, whatever it was. Anyways, so we got our bread, we got other stuff. Now, this is not frost-free. However, it doesn't really seem to build up hardly anything at all for frost so far, which is fantastic. Even on the other side, a little bit, but not that bad, okay? And we did a lot of testing, which you need to do, especially with a freezer of any kind. Get as close as you can, like say this is about a quarter, well, not even a quarter of the way actually, it's barely anything into the cold side, and test how long it takes to freeze something once this thing is actually up to its, you know, temperature, right? So we did a lot of experiments. We went from the 3/4 mark to the half mark to basically way less, okay, how we're judging our markings. You also have a fast freeze, which can freeze stuff really super fast. Okay, so that's kind of a neat little feature. But it can also work as a full refrigerator, but like I said, without the freezer part of a fridge. So we can freeze our ice cubes up here, which we do on the top shelf. There's our ice here for that. We keep those up there. Everything else is for food. Now, even though this is only like 6.8 cubic feet, that's a lot of space when you really think about it, especially when you're thinking, well, this is overflow, but depends on your family size, how big of an actual freezer you need. We did look into chest freezers, even for the same capacity-wise or similar capacity size. Yeah, we could have saved a bit of money on a chest freezer, but way more bulkier, and you can't organize anything in those things. It's just like you just dump it in and you play the game of fish for a half an hour to find your bag of fries or whatever, right? This, actually, you can organize into the drawers, and away you go. Now you can also take a drawer completely out here, and you'll notice you've got another glass shelf. So you don't even need the drawers. You can just use all glass shelves only. But we've opted to use the drawers, right? Because we like the idea of the drawers, and it helps with weight distribution too, especially with heavier things. And we got to open this one yet. Now this is just a short little guy, the bottom one here. But these are much deeper, okay? So you can fit an awful lot of stuff. You can also organize to a certain point with any of this, how you want to do it. Uses about $5 of hydro a month. Now that's Canadian dollars, okay? So, and that's not bad for $5 a month for hydro usage. That's really good considering it's also not frost free. Now, being that it's not frost free, they say, you know, I think it's like every 6 months to a year, you should just do a full defrost cycle because of how much frost could build up. But we've had this for a couple months now, and at this low setting, we're seeing like not even really a scab here. Stuff where there is more food to freeze along the side. It's going to get a little bit thicker, obviously. No biggie, but you know what? That's not much for thickness after a couple months. It's doing fantastic. Now, Danby products, we have a Danby microwave. We've had that thing for, I guess this will be our 10th year now. And that thing still works flawlessly, and we use it all the time, okay? Especially my wife. She's like warming up coffee, or we're defrosting something, or we're going to cook something in the microwave. So we use our microwave a ton, and the microwave wasn't too bad for price either. And it's not a massive one or anything, but it does have a rotating table, which is kind of cool. But we've had other Danby products in the past too that have done very well for us. I did not know when I ordered this that it would be a Danby. They gave me some other name, and I'm like, whatever, never heard of that. But then when it showed up, I'm like, hey, that's a Danby? That's sweet, you know? And it even, the inside actually looks nicer too. And it's like, you know, I mean, the door is the same and stuff, but this is like, did they upgrade me and not say anything? I have no idea, but hey, I am not going to complain, because I thought they would have at least put Danby on there. Now, refrigerator, convertible freezer. Okay, go either way. Garage ready, so if you want to just leave this in your garage and plugged in, you can do that too. It's friendly for the weather, right? 5-year warranty right from Danby itself. You can get an extended warranty through MDG if you want, which is fine, but you still, either way, you have your main 5 years through Danby themselves. Okay, and that's supposedly, if I recall correctly, I think it was parts and labor for the 5 years. So it's like, well, whatever, you know, hey, they'll bring tech out here and deal with it, right? Either way, you can also put the door on either side for opening. They do give you the parts so that you can transfer the door to this side, so that then this side would be your opener, because there is actually a handle here and a handle here, okay, all the way. So you can have it for left or right hand opening, your choice. We had to put it in the studio because where we wanted to put this thing, it wasn't practical. Okay, we were actually going to throw it in the bathroom where our washer and dryer are, because, you know, physically, yeah, there's room, but then, okay, now we can't get access to the damn window. That kind of sucks. And then our door wouldn't completely open up properly all the way, so that was another problem that sucks. Where else can we put it in the bathroom? Nowhere, right? There's just no other spot, and we got a really massive bathroom. It's actually, I think it's about the size of my studio, if not bigger. But anyways, pretty big bathroom, but not big enough, apparently, to fit this in there. So we threw it in here, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. Besides, it works as a nice little shelf for my nice bow. Keep it up here. But as far as everything goes with it, it's given us absolutely no grief. We've even had power outages. Not a problem. Okay? Now, like any kind of fridge or freezer, it should be in its own plug, preferably on its own circuit, depending on the power draw of the system. And for a modern day, not frost-free, this thing does not chew a lot of juice. Like I said, $5 a month, right? And it's not chewing a ton of amperage either. It's very low amperage drain on top of that. So that's also a benefit over the older models. And of course, you're not having to worry about, where's my freaking bag of fries? Where's my whatever? You know, where's my steak? I want my steak. You know, or where did I put that grouse? You know, you can organize things in this thing better than you can a chest freezer. So if you're looking at freezers, period, I would always recommend an upright over a chest freezer. And we've had chest freezers in the past, and they are very inconvenient, okay? Very inconvenient, because you can't organize these things at all. But with uprights, organization works fantastic, okay? So really like that. Anyway, I would rate this on a scale of 1 to 5, because everybody likes their star ratings. I would simply just say, I would love to say 4 3/4, but I can't really honestly do that. I have to say 4 1/2, okay, with a very high recommendation. Okay, first of all, nothing is perfect, okay, nothing is. And as much as I'd like it to be a frost-free, I don't count that at all. But the big thing is here, nothing is perfect, okay? So I'm going to kind of do the half star gone for that. Nothing's perfect, and it's not perfect, okay? Weight-wise, it's pretty good. I have no issues with the weight of it. You can move it around fairly simply, even when it's on its feet. It's really simple to move this thing around, because if I remember right, it does have some wheels on the back of this thing. Yeah, I'm a little heavy right now. But, yeah, it's not perfect. So 4.5 out of 5. Give it that. Now, you can probably get this thing cheaper if you bought it somewhere else. Okay, like at a big box store like Costco, or if Walmart has it, I have no idea. I don't pay that much attention to Walmart anymore. But MDG is a finance company, and it's in Canada, it's in the States. So that means Canada price is $6.49 is what I paid. In the U.S., current dollar value difference, probably around the 400-ish mark. Okay, somewhere around there. But definitely worth every penny. Okay, even for the financing thing, because if you can't afford $650, like, finance it. It doesn't cost that much a month. Okay, even over 3 years. The interest, it's not too bad, at least. At least they didn't like double or quadruple like some financing companies like to do, like rent-to-own, for example. They'll charge you quadruple what something costs, among other places, right? So, but yeah, MDG is actually a pretty good deal with. I buy my computers from them too for PC stuff, and I've done other stuff with them as well over the years, and I really like dealing with the company, and they're really good. They treat you great. However, that being said, I'm very happy with this machine. It is working perfect. Now, if I can just get a deer this coming year, that would be great. So, and grouse season's done for the year, so I don't know more going out hunting for grouse right now, so that kind of sucks. But anyway, otherwise, if you're looking for something, you don't have a ton of room, but you've got the room and you need the extra to offload from your main freezer in your fridge, definitely a great solution. Definitely holds a lot of product. You can organize it reasonably well, far better than you ever will on any chest freezer, and it actually doesn't take up that much space overall. Like, honestly, it does not take up that much space. I don't even know where my tape measure is, if I even have it in here still or not. Oh, yes, I do, actually. Let me just move my chair here. So if you're wondering about measurements, we have time. We're looking at 21 3/8 by 22 1/4. And from the bottom of the floor to the top, we're looking at 55.5 inches. So, there's your measurements, okay? That's your outside. Your insides are actually a little bit narrower, obviously, but we don't need to go through that. I think they still have it on their website. If they do, I'll throw the link in the description below, but I'm pretty sure on our initial first impressions video, the link should be there, but I'll see if I can grab it, and if I can, I'll throw it in the description box below. So, but, really nice freezer. So that's what I got for you. So, review over, and I'm out of here. See ya!